The school-age child with hearing loss, academic impacts and modifications. This informational presentation will focus on the academic effects that the school-age child with hearing loss may experience, as well as the essential adaptations that must take place within the school setting. Hearing loss has significant impacts on a child's life, including emotional, social, and educational aspects. It is important for the school-age child with hearing loss to receive the necessary modifications in order to successfully adapt to and perform in the classroom environment. Hearing loss may affect children in several academic domains. Overall academic achievement, including English language development and literacy, may be at risk. Discrepancies in these areas may further result in lower scores on achievement exams, such as verbal IQ tests. Other developmental delays, such as in spelling, math, and problem solving, may also be present. There is a greater need for enrollment in special education or supportive classes for the student with hearing loss. There is a mandated need for modified support in the regular education classroom. English language developmental concerns are inclusive of acquisition of spoken lexical and syntactical forms. Students with hearing loss exhibit difficulty in both verbal vocabulary and appropriate use of grammatical structures when speaking. Literacy concerns are inclusive of the prerequisite skills necessary for reading, specifically the ability to decode. Inadequate development of these skills may lead to later difficulties in reading comprehension. Intervention for hearing loss in the school environment must consider the child's educational placement, which will be in either the general education classroom, the special education classroom, or a combination of both. For placement in the general education classroom, there are three aspects of readiness to consider: the parent's readiness, the school's readiness, and most importantly, the child's readiness, in which the child must have age-appropriate or near age-appropriate speech, language, academic reasoning, and social skills. Children who do not possess these skills sufficiently are put at risk for poor academic development and achievement. The oral rehabilitative team, including the speech-language pathologist, the school's audiologist, and the classroom teacher, all collaborate with one another to provide the most effective learning environment for the student with hearing loss. A significant focus of the team is to maximize the use of assistive technology, including FM systems, cochlear implants, and hearing aids. FM systems are primarily implemented in the classroom in order to facilitate auditory perception. Children with typical hearing require quieter learning environments, and children with hearing loss even more so. ASHA requires background noise to not exceed 30 decibels for these students to effectively function in the classroom. Thus, FM systems provide dramatic improvement in signal-to-noise ratio, especially in noisy mainstream classrooms. It is also important to reduce background noise, such as by eliminating noise from the hallway through simply keeping the classroom door closed. Optimal seating for the student is close to the point of instruction. This does not necessarily mean seated in front of the classroom, however, where the teacher is conducting the lesson from. Other adjustments that the classroom teacher should implement into the class's daily routine include directly facing the student while providing verbal directions, speaking both slowly and clearly, simplifying directions and ensuring that the student understood. If not, repeat and rephrase the directions in a less complex form. Provide the student with extended response time by pausing after questions. Repeat information or questions given by peers over the FM system, as the student may have had difficulty or not heard the other student at all. Use captioned videos whenever possible or appropriate. Incorporate the use of visual aids and graphic organizers as much as possible. This includes graphics for reading comprehension on the student's personal work and assignments. Lastly, It is imperative as an active member of the oral rehabilitative team that strong adherence to these necessary modifications will only benefit the child with hearing loss to succeed in the